We're just gonna continue on in the spirit. You got a question, brother?
Well, I'm just listening because, like, I've always questioned the Bible itself. I've never really. The people keep trying to get me to go to Christian churches, and then as like yesterday, I had an argument with one of these Christians down here. I couldn't even talk, and he just kept talking. I was like, okay, well, you literally just contradicted yourself because you just told me that my beliefs is a sin because it's not in the Bible, even though he had his opinions, and I was like, man, you're not.
Well, let me show you. Let me show you a few precepts because Uriel laid it out pretty well about who we are,
Yeah.
as well as you. Let's get Isaiah 9 verse 6 and Matthew 2. What is the one
See, I follow
out of
along
Judah?
with you
Who
guys a
comes out
lot
of Judah?
because
To yeah. Let's start with because this is who's coming to set up a government.
I believe it.
Got it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
For unto us a child is born.
He said, unto us, us. This is a possessive pronoun. A child was born, the one everybody calls Jesus. But he was only born for the Israelites. Read.
Unto us a son is given.
And unto us a son was given. Read.
And the government shall be upon his shoulder.
And he's going to have a government upon his shoulder because everybody's going to have to bow to him. Every knee is going to bow to him when he cracks that sky. And every tongue is going to confess. All these people with these false doctrines, they're going to get smashed. Pushing all those lies like those Jehovah wickedness over there. They're going to get smashed with that. Go ahead.
And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor.
This is the Wonderful Counselor. This is a Mashiach, Yahweh Shai. His name wasn't Jesus. This is that Wonderful Counselor. Read.
The Mighty God.
The Mighty God. Read.
The Everlasting Father.
He's going to have an everlasting kingdom. Christ's kingdom is never going to end. And that's David's kingdom. It's going to be an everlasting kingdom. That's the kingdom we're waiting on, not this wicked one here. Read.
The Prince of Peace.
And he's the Prince of Peace. He is that Prince of Peace. Read on.
Verse 7. Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end.
It's never going to end. See, right now we're in a wicked society that they promote transgenders, homosexuals. They promote everything in this one. Well, this kingdom that's coming is not going to be like this.
That's right.
Go ahead.
You can see
You can see what's going on. This is not Christ's kingdom.
No.
This is not it right here.
No.
This is not it. Go ahead, Nazar.
Upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom to order it and to establish it.
He's going to order it and he's going to establish it. But how it's going to be established? In righteousness, we're going to be established.
That's right.
Not in wickedness. This place is so wicked, it's not going to be like this. Read.
With judgment and with justice.
It's going to be with judgment and with justice. What else?
From henceforth, even forever.
It's going to be from henceforth when it happens, and it's going to be forever. It's going to be an everlasting kingdom. Is that it on that?
The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this.
And the Lord of hosts is going to perform it. So no matter what they're doing now with all these lies, when he cracks that sky, man, he's going to put them all in order.
It's crazy.
It's going to get put in order.
Because I be going around asking for help, and nobody. I even went to a homeless shelter downtown, and I was waiting there, and a couple people walked up, and they were like, "Oh, you waiting on the bed?" I was like, "Excuse me." Like,
They wouldn't help you?
No.
Get Psalms 37. Hold that, Uriel. Psalms 37 starting at 1. Let me show you what the Lord said about if you're willing. First, hold that one, and let's get Isaiah 1. You be willing and obedient.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 1.
Read.
Fret not thyself because of
He
evildoers.
said, don't worry about what these evildoers are doing. This is what the Lord is telling us. Don't worry about it. Read.
Neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity.
And don't be envious of all these workers of iniquity, all these sinners, because the Lord, he's going to tell you himself. Read.
Verse 2. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass.
He said they're going to soon be cut down like the grass, like you're out there with your lawnmower just cutting it. They're going to be cut down just like that. Read.
And wither as the green herb.
And they're going to be withering just like the green herbs. He's gonna tell you more. Read on.
Verse 3, trust in the Lord and do good.
Just trust in the Lord, brother, and just do good. This is what he wants you to do. This is what he wants us to do. Just trust in him and do good. Shalom, Yak.
So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed.
He said, then you're going to dwell in the land, and he's going to feed you, and he's going to supply all your needs according to his riches and glory. So you need shelter, he's going to take care of that. If you're coming with a contrite spirit and a pure heart, and you're sincere, he's going to give you what you need. Go ahead. Don't worry about it. We're gonna pray for you, brother. We're gonna do it in the quiet place. We don't pray out in the streets like these pagans do out here circling, holding hands in a circle. But we will pray for you when we get to the quiet place. Read.
Verse 4, delight thyself also in the Lord.
He said, just delight yourself in the Lord. See, the word is powerful, brother. This is the Lord doing this to you. He's humbling you down. That's what the word will do. He said, delight yourself in the Lord, and listen to what he said here. Read.
And he shall give thee the desires of thine heart.
And he's going to give you the desires of your heart. You need shelter. That's nothing to the one that owns a cattle on 1,000 hills. He owns all this. This is his. Right. So these people think they own something, but the Most High, the one that created the heavens and the earth, he owns all of this. Right. He owns a cattle on 1,000 hills. It's all his. He just put them in a position. They're just being vessels used right now. He said he removeth kings and setteth up kings, and giveth wisdom to the wise, and giveth that knowledge to those that know understanding. These people had no understanding with the power they had, so that's why they're getting removed off of their pedestal. They're going to get removed off of it. Go ahead, you're the one you got. Go ahead. Isaiah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 19. If ye be willing and obedient.
All we got to do is be willing and obedient. This is what the Lord is telling us in situations like this. Read.
Ye shall eat the good of the land.
It says you're going to eat the good of the land, brother. So whatever you're going through, the Lord already knows it. He says he knows every hair that's numbered on our heads. He already knows what we're going through. Yahweh actually said, don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow has enough problems of its own, sufficient in the day and its own troubles. So we don't worry about any of this stuff. Because most people, they look carnally at everything. And we're not looking like that. We're looking spiritually. This is a spiritual thing. Read on.
Verse 20, but if you refuse and rebel.
But if you refuse, brother, this is the, we don't want to do this. We don't want to reject them. Read.
Ye shall be devoured with the sword.
We don't want to get devoured. See, this is what he's telling his people. All he wants us to do is be obedient. And then we're gonna eat the good of the land.
For the mouth of the Lord have spoken it.
The mouth of the Lord has spoken it. So he's the one that said it. So you need some shelter, brother. He's going to supply that shelter for you. That's right. Now let's go to that Matthew 2, Uriel. He's going to take care of that, brother. He's going to take care of it for you. Yeah, he gonna take care of it for you. We just have to be patient. Psalms 27. I think it's Psalm 27 and verse 6. We have to wait on the Lord. I think it's 27 and 6. Wait on the Lord.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 2 and verse 6. And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah. For out of these shall come a governor.
That's Yahweh Shai, that governor. This is that governor that Isaiah the prophet was talking about. And that government is going to be upon his shoulder. Read.
That shall rule my people Israel.
He's going to rule, he said, my people Israel. He's not coming back for all these people that hate him. He's only coming back for the ones he chose from the foundation of the world. These other people are going to be in for a rude awakening when he cracks that sky. Because he's going to be killing a lot of people here. That's what's going to be going on here. He's going to be destroying all the ones that went against him. Is that it? 27 and 14. Wait on the 27, 14. The water, Uriel.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 27 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
Wait on the Lord.
So now he's talking to you again, brother. He said, wait on the Lord. Just wait for him to act. Be patient. Read on.
Be of good courage.
And be of good courage.
And he shall strengthen thy heart.
He's going to strengthen your heart. He's going to give you strength to get through this. The problems you're going through right now. Because he already knows what you're going through. Read on.
Wait, I say, on the
And
Lord.
he said to wait, I say, on the Lord. Let's get Lamentations, chapter 3, I think down around 12. It is good for a man to both hope and quietly wait on the salvation. See, these are the scriptures you need right now because you need comfort. That's why it says all scriptures were written aforetime for our learning, for we may have comfort in the scriptures and might have hope. We can have the comfort through the scriptures and have hope. You need hope right now, brother. That's what you need because we've all been there. We've all been going through some things, and we all go through things daily. Yeah, that's why I took you to Psalms about. He said, "Don't fret about those evil workers. Don't even worry about them and the workers of iniquity, because they're gonna be cut down like the grass. They're gonna wither as the green herbs. Don't even worry about them." Got it, y'all. Lamentations 3. Then it's good for a man to both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord.
Oh, I think it's 2. No, it's not.
It's Lamentations.
Let's get that in
Yeah,
ship, bro.
yeah.
26.
Start there at 25.
Yeah, you're
Start
right.
at 25. So.
It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 3, and verse 26. Okay, Salakia, 25. The Lord is good unto them that wait for him.
See, the Lord is good for those that wait on him. This is what he said. He's good. He's gonna do what he says. He's gonna keep his promises. Read.
To the soul that seeketh him, it is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord.
So it's good for a man to both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord. So read on. It's a little more in there. We just have to wait because you need shelter. Is that all you need, or a job? So you need a job. He'll supply all of that. Yeah, he can supply all of that for you. Read a little more of that.
Verse 27. It is good for a man that he bear the yoke of his youth. He sitteth alone and keepeth silence.
That's not it. Where's the Lord is my portion? Lord is my portion. You missed it, huh? Oh, it's 24. Read 24.
Oh, 24. Got it.
Yeah, I should have had you start at 24.
It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 3, and verse 24.
Yeah,
the Lord is my portion.
See, the Lord is our portion. That's our power source. We go to the source.
Saith my soul.
Saith my soul. Read.
Therefore will I hope in him.
We're going to hope in him. Let's get Philippians chapter, be anxious for nothing, 4 and 13. Philippians. Because this is what we got to do. We got to do it. We have to wait too. Because Philippians 4, 3 and 12. Philippians.
I was thinking we can do all things.
No, not that one. Be anxious for nothing.
I think it's 3 and something. Let me see.
Be anxious for nothing, but with everything. Oh, here it is. 6. You right? Oh, you got to highlight that one, Nazar. 6. Start at 6. Yeah, he's right there.
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 4 and verse 6.
Come on, bring it out.
Be careful for nothing.
So he said, be careful for nothing, or be anxious for nothing, in other words. Go ahead.
But in everything, by prayer and supplication.
But with everything, with prayer and supplication, we have to take it to the throne of grace. We have to go pray for you when we leave here, so that the Lord will take care of those needs for you. So we got to do a humble prayer. That's what we have to do. Read on.
By prayer and supplication.
A humble prayer. Read on.
With thanksgiving.
And we have to be thankful. We have to be thankful. With thanksgiving. Read.
Let your requests be made known unto God.
We got to let our requests. So you've made some requests. You need a job and shelter. Is that it, brother? Just a job and shelter? Well, we're going to start with that, with the shelter and a job. You want that. And the Lord will take care of that. He's going to answer that. Is that it on that, Nazar? So this is what it is, brother. We just have to, we have to, let's go to faith. Hebrews 11. So you got to have faith too. We're going to take this prayer for you, but you got to believe, that he's going to, do what he says. Faith, Hebrews 11, start at the top.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, and verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for.
So faith is the substance of things hoped for. So you need that job, brother. You need that shelter. So you're hoping for that, and we're going to pray for it. Read.
The evidence of things not seen.
But it's the evidence of things not seen. You haven't seen it yet, but we know the Lord is going to bring that into fruition. It's coming after we do that prayer. So don't be surprised when you go put that app and they say, hey, come on in for the interview. Don't be surprised after they call you in. Read.
For by it the elders obtained a good report.
By it, the elders they retained a good report. They had a good report for faith. Read.
Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God.
And this whole world was created with faith. The Most High Yahweh, he spoke the word, and he brought this into existence. So this is who we put our trust in, the one that did all these things. So if he did all this, a job, man, that's nothing to him. That's nothing. He said, with man it may seem impossible, but with Yahweh all things are possible. Read on.
So that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
Because you can't see it yet, but you got that vision. And remember in Proverbs, he says, where there is no vision, the people perish. So you have the vision. So now the Lord's going to bring that in for you. Once we say the prayer, we take it to the throne of grace. Read.
By faith, Abel offered unto Yahweh a more excellent sacrifice than Cain.
See, Abel was the one that the Lord took every time he went to the altar, he accepted his prayers and his offerings every time he went up there because he was being obedient. Read.
By which he obtained witness that he was righteous, Yahweh testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh.
Because that blood spoke from the ground. And the Lord was pleased after Cain killed his brother Abel. The Lord was still pleased with what Abel was doing. And he was still reverencing him, even though his brother had killed him, because his works were evil, but Cain's were righteous. No, Cain's, Salakia. Abel's were righteous, and Cain's works were evil. So whatever that. I got to make sure we say it right. Yeah, they say we might slip at the tongue, but not with the heart.
That's right. Hebrews 11:5. By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death.
Enoch was the one that just went up to heaven. He didn't have to see death. But Yahweh had told the disciples that too. He said, some of you here standing here are not going to taste death. And see, that might happen with some of the brothers here. When he cracks that sky, some of us, maybe our bodies will be changed. He said mortality will put on immortality in the twinkling of an eye. And some of us may be changed right then without ever seeing death. Read.
And was not found, because Yahweh had translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony, that he pleased Yahweh.
And see, he pleased Yahweh. But you know how we please him? Let's go to James, be doers. We got to show you how we have to please him. We have to be actually doing what he actually says. This is how we please him. All these people that got their prayers answered, they were being doers of the word.
That's right.
And not hearers only. Got it, y'all? James chapter 1. Be doers.
It's the book of James. It's the book of James, chapter 1, and verse 22. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only.
He wants us to be doers of what the word actually says in the scriptures. Not hearers only. Once we hear it, we receive it, and we actually start to apply it to our lives.
Deceiving your own selves.
Anybody that just hears it and they don't do it, they're deceiving their own self, the Lord said.
Right. Read.
For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass.
It's like you go into the mirror, you look at yourself, and then you walk away, and then you forget about who you are. You forget that you are a child of the Most High. Read.
For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was.
We don't want to do that. We got to remember that we are his people.
That's right.
We are his people. We got to remember that. Psalms 100. And we're going to show. You want to get that one first here? Oh, okay. Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you.
You hear that, brother? He said, humble yourself before the hands of the mighty God, Yahweh, and he's going to lift you up in due season. That's what we got to do. We got to stay humble. That's what faith is about, being humble. That's showing, when you're having faith, you're showing humility. Got that? Start at the top. Yep, just start there.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 100, verse 1. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord.
And that's what we come out. When we out here, we making a joyful noise unto the Lord.
That's right.
Whether we bringing this word out or singing. Sometimes we may get to singing. Hallelujah, hallelujah. We're going to bring his name out joyfully. We're going to do it with a cheerful heart and not by constraint. Nobody has to tell us to do it. Read.
All ye lands.
All ye lands. Everybody was supposed to be doing this, but a lot of people hate God. But he's marking them. This is the Lord's Sabbath day. He said to remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. Read.
Serve the Lord with gladness.
And we're supposed to be serving the Lord with gladness. People do it, oh man, okay, like they have to have their wrists, they have to twist their wrists and all that. That's not what the Lord wants. He wants you to do it with gladness. Read.
Come before his presence with singing.
He said we need to come before his presence with singing, with joy, and you can do it in your heart, brother, in your mind. Have that melody in your mind about the Lord. Read on.
Know ye that the Lord, he is God.
And we got to know that the Lord, he is God, the one that created the heavens and the earth. We got to believe that. Because a lot of these people, they don't believe in God. That's why they do all this wicked stuff you're talking about. They don't believe in him. Read.
It is he that hath made us.
But it is he that has made all of us. He made even the wicked people. He made them all. But he chose Yasharallah, Israel. He chose them from the foundation of the world.
That's right.
That's what they're mad about, because he chose us. Read.
And not we ourselves.
And we didn't make ourselves. The Most High God, Yahweh, made us. And he made them too. But he made vessels of honor and he made vessels of dishonor. That's the difference. Read.
We are his people.
And we are his people. Read.
And the sheep of his pasture.
And we're the sheep of his pasture. That's why Yahushai, the one they called Jesus, he was the good shepherd. He says, I am the good shepherd, and I lay down my life for the sheep. He's the one went and put up his body for his sheep. Read.
Verse 4. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving.
And we're going to enter into the gates with thanksgiving. We're thankful to do the work. It's nobody has to push us and twist our arm. We're thankful to do it. Every day he gives us an opportunity. We're happy and thankful and joyful to do this work. Read.
And into his courts with praise.
And we're going to enter into his courts with praise. We're going to be praising the Most High. Read.
Be thankful unto him.
And we're thankful for what he's done for us. Even though we're in captivity, we're still thankful that we're going through the trials and the tribulations, because he declares the end from the beginning. And it's not going to stay like this. He's going to get us out of this. Read.
And bless his name.
And we're blessing his holy name. We're going to keep blessing his holy name, because a lot of people don't want to do it. And guess what? They've all been marked. Everyone that hates him, they're adversaries to him, and they've been marked. Read.
Verse 5. For the Lord is good.
The Lord is good.
That's right.
Not man. Even Yahushai said that about when they were saying, good master to Christ. He said, why callest thou me good? He said, there's only one good, and that's God.
That's right.
But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. This is what he said. Read.
His mercy is everlasting.
His mercy is everlasting. He's going to keep his word. He's going to stay faithful to what he said in the scriptures. Man may disappoint here, but God's word is going to stand. No matter what they think about it and how they feel about it, his word is going to stand. Read.
And his truth endureth to all generations.
And his truth endureth through all generations. It's never going to end. It's not going to stop, brother. It's never going to end. And just one more, and I'm going to hand the mic to you, Nazari, or Brother Yah, whoever wants to get it. Jeremiah 30, verse 16. I'm just going to bring out one precept about what's coming for all these people that hate him. Jeremiah 30, 16. Just bringing this last one out, and I'm going to hand the mic. Jeremiah 30, verse 16. Because these people think they're getting away with something. The ones you say they're so evil, look what the Lord said about all of them. I'm just going to bring one. I'm not going to get too deep into it today, but just bring this one out. They don't know what's coming. Yeah, it's sticking. It's sticking out. Yeah, he got a new Bible. It's sticking. Yeah, it's our Bible sticking.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 16.
Bring it out.
Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
All these people that devoured God's people, no matter if it's the Esau, the Ishmaelites, Elam, the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Japanese, all the people that did us dirty, he said, all these people that devoured us, they're going to be devoured. Read.
And all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
He said, all of our adversaries, every single one of them is going into slavery. That's what captivity means. He said, every one of them is going into slavery. Read it again.
Therefore, all they that devour thee,
all they that devoured us,
shall be devoured.
They're going to be devoured. They're just walking around on borrowed time, in other words. The Lord is mocking them. Read.
And all thine adversaries,
and all the adversaries of the Most High God, Yahweh, read.
every one of them,
every single one of them,
shall go into captivity.
They're going into slavery. This is what the Lord said. This is what's coming for them. Read.
And they that spoil thee,
and all the ones that spoiled us, read,
shall be a spoil.
They're going to be a spoil. We're going to be having them doing all our work. They're going to, everything we had to do for them, they're going to do it for us, brother. Read.
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
And all the ones that prey upon us, they're going to be a prey. They gunning our people down unarmed with their arms up. That's going to be happening to them in the kingdom. Same thing. That's sowing and reaping. And with that, I'm going to yield my time.